last one on this particular subject. This is the follow-on. It's going to take very long. This is the follow-on from last week that we did on identity and standards. This is something that I've been asked to do in the coaching that I'm doing, and it's basically so what we talked about was picturing yourself as another person, picturing yourself as that person that you're trying to become, and doing the things that they do. But this bit's all about, well, who is that person that you're trying to become? And this is about setting that vision. I think this is quite important for a lot of people because when they come on board straight away, they've got quite a clear idea of, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that, and then get a few months in, and then that their vision starts to fade a little bit, and they're a bit like, I've forgotten why I'm here. I've forgotten what my goal was, or that's part of the reason why they start drifting a little bit, and it's to bring everything back into view so that you're clear on, like, actually, this is what I'm actually aiming for, and I haven't forgot. So I've had to do this for the business, is build a vision plan. It's I had to write one that was 6 months in advance. Like, where do I see myself in the business? How do I see myself progressing it? How do I see myself building it? What kind of person I am? Let's go into that. As I said before, it links to your identity and standards. So your identity basically shapes the person you see yourself as. Your standards are to do with the behaviors that you're willing to live by. But until you know what it is you're actually working towards, then those two don't have anywhere to fit. So basically what you need that clear direction. And without it, you just fall back into your old habits and you start second guessing. So a vision plan gives you something really solid to work towards and not vague. It's something that you can actually visualize, not just write down. Hi, Anthony. Good to see you, mate.
Hello.
So for this specifically, your vision plan would be, how is it you want to look? How is it you want to feel? And how is it that you actually want to live your life day to day? So there's 3 quick steps to building a vision plan. Has anyone done one, by the way? Am I no?
You've asked me to do one, Phil, but I haven't done it yet.
I mean, first step, list out your targets. Just write a bullet point. Write a list of bullet points of all of the things that you want to achieve. Think 6 months ahead and think, what is it? What are the things that really matter to us? What are the things that I would love to have? If I could picture myself in 6 months now, this is where you've got to visualize it. You can't just write stuff down. You've got to actually sit back and think and visualize yourself. Is it to do with your weight? Is it to do with any strength, personal bests? Is it how you look, your body composition? It might not be on a macro level. It might be on a, like, I want my arms to look better, or I've got a couple of pairs of jeans that are 34-inch and I can't fit into them. I want to be into them in 6 months' time. Or I still don't feel confident in certain situations. That is something that I want to have in 6 months' time. Or something to do with food, like better control with food. You've got to list out all of these things that you actually, if you put a line in the sand in 6 months' time and say, I want to achieve all of these things in 6 months' time. This is the big one. You write it out like you've already achieved it. You write a letter to yourself from the future. You actually you think about yourself, and put yourself in that 6 months' time, and you're writing a letter in the past back to yourself, congratulating yourself on what you've achieved and how you did it. So It sounds a bit weird. Bear with us. You're actually pick a point in that time, and it can start off fairly cheesy. Hi Phil, how you doing? I am you in 6 months' time. I'm sitting on the beach, um, doing such and such, wearing my 34-inch jeans, best shape of my life. I feel amazing. You write down all of these things that that have already happened, and you're congratulating the past you on what you've achieved. And as you're doing that, you actually explain to your past self how you got there and what you did, what you didn't do, but what you did to get there. What are the things that you took control of? What are the steps that you took? What are the things you said yes to? What are the things you said no to? And you write them all down in a kind of, I'm so proud I got here because I did this, and I got here because I did this, and I chose to do this and not this, and this is what got me here today. By doing this, and this. You write it backwards from 6 months in the future. That's your plan. So once you read that back to yourself, you've already written the plan of actions that get you from where you are now to where you want to be. That is actually your plan. You're reading it retrospectively before you follow it through. If you think now, Kev, how are you going to get to where you want to be in 6 months? You'd be like, that's your job. I don't know. You tell me.
Yeah.
But put yourself in that position and think about it and actually write it down how you got there. Think about the things that you're probably likely to have to do, that you know deep down, I'm going to probably have to do these things. And that's how I got there.
It's
But
kind
then
of
if
the opposite of what you are doing, really, because that's the bit you've got to change, isn't it?
but then if you read that back to yourself, then you've got to look at that plan and go, am I doing all of those things now? You're probably not. But you've just told yourself from the future that's what you need to do. So do it. That's it. So you've written your letter back to yourself with all of it pinned down. And then from that letter, you pull out all the points that you've done, that you've said that you've done to get there. I got here by doing this. I got here by doing that. And you bullet point them. They're your tactics. That's your strategy that you follow. They're the things that you make non-negotiable going forward. Because you've already told yourself that by doing them, it's worked and it's got you there. I did do a quick example. It's not very good. It's a bit short. But let's say here's your list of bullet points for your targets. I want to get in my best shape ever. This probably applies to a few of us anyway. Mark, myself. I want visible abs and more definition overall. I want to become more structured with my diet. I want to go on holiday to such and such and feel confident taking my shirt off. I want to have more free time for the family and not work as much. Then step two, this is where you write. This is where you write back to yourself. I'm sat here on the beach in Cyprus, looking at everything I've achieved. Blah blah blah. I'm in the best shape I've ever been in. I did all of this by being more disciplined. I got up earlier every morning to get work done, so I could have an hour back later in the day with my family. I kept up my training, didn't miss a session, went when I didn't feel like it. Like you're writing all of these things, telling yourself, yeah, these are probably the things I need to be doing. And then you pull out all of those points and bullet point them, and that's your strategy, that's your plan. So all of those things you've said in that letter, show up for training 3 times a week, create a systemized meal plan that reduces decision making and time. I'm going to wake up 1 hour earlier to get an hour back, and I'm going to say no to 50% social commitments. Because no one will put that one down, right? Everyone has all their social commitments, but if you've already put in your targets, I want to achieve my best ever shape, you're not going to get there by having a curry and 6 pints every week. So in step two, when you're writing back to yourself, you're going to be telling yourself, the reason I got there was because I didn't actually go out every single week when my mates wanted us to. I said no to a few of them. And that's a bullet point in your strategy as well. But then those items in step 3, that's your tick list. That's your new set of non-negotiables, and they become your standards. That makes sense?
Mhm.
It's a bit like manifestation, isn't it?
It is. But then you stick to that. What you've got at step 3, that's your new identity.
Yeah.
So it all ties back and it all links.
Well,
But it's a really useful exercise to do.
yeah.
I've just had to do another one for the business. Say where do you want to be in 6 months, and where do you want to be in 3 to 5 years? And I've had to do this whole exercise, and it's brought out a lot of things like you're not going to get to here unless you start doing these. If I keep doing the same thing I'm doing week in, week out now, I'm not going to get any further. To get where I want to be, there's a certain amount of things that I'm going to have to start doing, which is going to get me there. But by doing this exercise, it's mapped them all out for us, and now I've just got to follow it.
Mhm.
Makes sense.
So this is not a mandatory thing. This is completely optional, but I think it would benefit a lot of people to have a go at this. If anyone is actually interested, even just for themselves, what I'm going to do is put a form together in the app as a task where it'll take you through the steps with prompts like fill this bit in, write this bit, and then do the next step. I'll put it in. If anyone actually wants to have a go at doing this, I'll assign it as a task next week
I do.
if you think it would be useful.
Yeah, definitely.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, put
Yeah.
me down.
Who was that? You and Keith.
I'll do it as
Yeah.
well, Bill.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll do it.
Okay.